Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur show. Man United podcast meets the talking that Tottenham talk. A lot going on at Tottenham. I know my connection just bugged in and out there, but I think I'm back. But yeah, a lot going on in the white side of North London. Ange Postecoglou, will he be sacked soon? I've heard plenty of people state that he could be close to the sack, and if they lose heavily to Chelsea on Sunday, which could happen, then that could be it for Big Ange. They lost at Bournemouth. Very poor performance. I did a watch along for the game on the playback. They should have lost by more. He went over to clap their away fans. They was giving him stick. Ange Posta no. What was it? Ange Posta no clue and things of that nature. So we'll be discussing all those things in regards to Manchester United. They look to bounce back against Nottingham Forest after a disappointing defeat in North London. I've just seen Jacob's response to what I said, and in typical Jacob fashion, you already know he's got plenty to say. So before I bring in the man, Jez isn't here, unfortunately, but Jacob is here in the building, as well as my team might not make great acquisitions to Manchester United, but I make great acquisitions to Sarcasm City TV. So not only going to welcome Jacob, De Niro's in the cut as well. What you man telling me, man? What's good?
I'm on board there, man.
Yes, De Niro. What are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, man. Good to be here, man. Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Been meaning to get you on for a minute in a permanent role, man. So it's good to have you here for real. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Appreciate it, man. Always.
Every time. Jacob, what you telling me, man? You blessed?
It's the holiday season, baby, and I'm in the season. I'm in the mood for giving. I don't need no gifts. Santa Claus, you can skip this address. I got gifts to give unless you need some yourself, Santa. I'll tell you what.
This guy. So in Jacob fashion, I think that means Jacob's okay. Before we get into the show, though, run up the likes on the video.
I would say too blessed to be stressed, but I'm stressed. All right.
Well, get to it, man.
I've been taking care of two kids, trying to keep a wife happy whilst working overnight, whilst yelling into the abyss about my bloody club and my beautiful manager.
All right, well, we'll get into all of that shortly, and hopefully you're de-stressed by the end of the stream. But run up the likes, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back. Hit the like button on the video. Nah, you'll feel de-stressed after this stream, man. Don't worry about that, man. I got you. Trust me, it's therapy. We've been here before. But yeah, run up the likes on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials as well at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV and hit that notification bell as well, people. So Jacob, we'll go to you. And before we even get to the Bournemouth game, Postecoglou, someone you've been an avid defender of, a manager you back, a manager you rate, a manager you like, etc., etc. But thoughts on the criticism he's receiving? I think it's 4 away wins now for you lot in 2024. He's breaking other unwarranted records. So yeah, just your thoughts on the criticism of Ange.
Firstly, everyone's entitled to say whatever they like, right? This is a world where we all live in. We're allowed to voice ourselves. Ange Postecoglou came out today and said, I don't shy away from this kind of a thing. I embrace it. That's why he walked up to it. Let me get closer. Let me hear you, motherfucker. That's what he said. And that's the same kind of dude I am. Oh, you saying something? Let me get closer. Make sure I can hear you, motherfucker. And you know what? Like at every turn, I've told you, at every turn, Ainge shows me the kind of man that he is. And it's like looking into a version of myself as an Australian older gentleman. I just feel as though we share a lot of the same life principles. You know, you think I'm doing a bad job? Tell me about it. I'll tell you how I see it. I'm gonna do things my way, and maybe I'm a little bit less stubborn. But I think when I'm older, I might be even more stubborn. But in regards to his, I don't even know what the initial question is because I'm just thinking about my manager and I'm thinking about those fucking dickheads that I spent 50 quid on an away-in ticket and I drove 3 hours south. Fuck off. I'll drive 19 hours and I'm still in my damn state. And you complaining about, I had to go to the coast and watch a game of football.
But it's different for you lot because like you mentioned there, you can drive 5-6 hours and it's not like for us, that's longer. Like for whereas you lot, it's not. Like you could literally drive from one end of the country to the other in 5-6 hours. So that's where the difference in that lies.
See, that's what's insane to me, because I understand I am not a English person. I don't live there. Yes. But as a human being who's lived life, and there's facts that you experience, and the facts of being in a fucking car going 60 to 80 miles an hour. I don't know how many kilometers that is. Maybe someone with a fucking calculator can tell me. But, you know, as a human experiencing 19 hours in an automobile at said rate, stopping every X amount of hours for petrol, well, gas is what we call it here in Texas. That's like wins and losses. There's nothing I could say that we won on the day versus Bournemouth. There's nothing I can say that.
So you disagree with the criticism, because we're going to get to the game. You disagree with the criticism he got from the crowd and the shouting afterwards.
I don't disagree with the criticism. I disagree with the fucking who are you? Are you a fucking Arsenal fan? Are you a fan of another club? Because it didn't sound like no fucking Tottenham fan to me. And if anyone feels differently, I'll happily send you my address, motherfucker. You can pull up. I don't give a goddamn. But I'll tell you what, it's a little bit further away than Bournemouth. You're probably gonna spend more than 50 quid on your away-in ticket, but you're still gonna get your mouth slapped. And I'll teach you some manners, like we teach you down here in South. I swear to God, I'm like, this is not what. If I was Hassam or Staffy, I would say, wallahi, I will send you my address and we could square this up if anybody got a problem with what I'm saying. Fuck your away-in ticket. Fuck however long it took you to get there. Fuck you. If you're a Spurs fan in that crowd, so it's the
Postecoglu.
This is a guy. Right, okay. It's the over the limit. Like, you got a problem with his substitutions, I'm cool with that. You got a problem with his in-game management, you got a problem with his tactics. Those are all applicable, fine, run-of-the-mill. It's that extra curricular that I get a little bit antagonized about. And I say, if anyone said that to me, I say, bitch, run up. Because you talking all that behind a security guard. You ain't going to say that in the parking lot when the security guard's off duty. So it's the over-the-line shit. And that is where, for me, like, no matter how I've felt frustrated or not at performances, etc., booing for me is not an issue. Booing your frustration is not an issue. I want to make that very clear. What I find an issue in is verbally abusing someone, saying some shit like that because you're in a crowd, you think you're safe, and he's very riled up too. The man just lost. He's like any of us. First of all, a man with a fucking ego and a pride, and he's competitive. And if you're competitive and you have ego, pride, any of them things, you know what's going to happen? When you lose, you're in a shit mood. And someone's saying, fuck you, I'll pull up with that shit. Pull up with the same energy, motherfucker. It's how I ride. That's how I move. You know, I know some people out there with the King's Court may fucking, I got 2 forks. One's for salad, one's for steak. Motherfucker, I don't need 2. I need 1. All right? I don't give a damn about this prim proper.
What does that even mean, yo? Having 2 forks for a salad and a steak.
That sounds like some British thing you would do. Like proper etiquette, you have your salad fork on the right of your steak fork, and you have your soup next to the left. I swear I saw some princess movie once with a girl when I was in high school or middle school or something.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I don't know. Y'all in the UK can educate me.
I was like still big on my big bro in the chat. Have you ever heard that? Said bastard. I've never heard that, yo. I've never heard of someone even eating a salad with a steak.
Nah, never still. Never.
Yes, you lost me there.
No, that's true.
But De Niro, we'll go to you before. Obviously, like I said, I've not spoken to you in a minute, so I don't know your thoughts and everything that's going on.
Yes, please cut me off at any moment too, because I will emotionally ramble.
I had to let you spit your rams, bro.
Yeah, but we gonna get back to it, Jacob. You know we ain't on no clock here, so we gonna let you get back to it. I just wanted to hear De Niro's thoughts on it as well. Not
big up De Niro. I think it's the first time I ever streamed with.
It's the first time
I think I saw him on Chic TV though, right?
Yes. You also got De Niro on there on Mud Brothers as well. But De Niro, thoughts on the fans' criticism and shouting Postecoglou at the manager, etc. Where do you stand with all that?
You see what it is? I agree with Jacob on that. Do you know why? Let me tell you something why. Because the bigger problem at hand is Enoch. That's it, bro. Like, man want to complain about managers and that. Go focus on Enoch. When we were doing the Enoch out thing, do you know how many man turned up to there? Well, like 5 or 10, bro. So why is it now that when it's the manager, but we got thousands screaming, but when it was Enoch out, nobody wanted to turn up? That's still an away game because that's away from your house, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So the same way that you want to go to this away game and scream, "Oh, I traveled this long and we lost this game," and you're saying Postecoglou, whatever they're saying and whatever, bro. The same ways you could have traveled to the training ground and gone and said Enoch out. Nobody did that. The bigger problem at hand is not the manager, bro. I keep saying this to everybody that I'm around. The bigger problem is not the manager. For as long as that bald-headed brother is inside our club, bro, it's gonna be long, bro. We're not gonna get nowhere. This guy sacked a manager before he would have probably won us a trophy, bro. The only trophy that we could have won in how long? And he sacked him before then. This is what I'm saying, bro. There's a bigger problem at hand. Look, at the end of the day, at the same time, I do say that I have my criticisms of Postecoglou. For example, for me personally, he doesn't tweak tactics. And when I say tweak, I'm not saying change. I just say, listen, with your tactics, you should have a plan B with this tactics that you use, basically. So the tactics that you got, there should be like an out game. It's the same way with, like, not to say Arsenal are the best, that's Sean Dyche Arteta, but what I'm saying is, with them, man, they still have a little bit of there's an out game. You know? Sean Dyche Arteta, that's his new name from now on. But I'm telling you, but I've been calling this since last season, man. But see, with
Mikel
them,
Dyche.
you get me, Mikel Dash, man. That's the new name from. I've been saying it for a year now. Everybody push the agenda, man. You get me? Push the agenda. Guys parts the bus and all of that. Plays 11 men behind the ball. But anyways, put it like this. What I'm saying is that I feel like in the tactics, it's just one way. So some teams it works against, and then some teams we come against, which I would say are the lower, well, not the lower league teams, but the sides that you would expect us to beat. We're having problems with it because one thing I've noticed is that we're very one-dimensional. So if they lock us off through the middle, the wings ain't gonna do nothing for us because Brennan Johnson can't beat his man. Yeah, he's scoring goals and that, but he can't beat his man. On the other side, even though Son has been a bit better recently, at the same time on the other side, bro, he can't even beat his man no more, bro. So when we're playing that out to the wings, bro, it's not doing nothing for man. It's only when we play through the middle that you see that we actually create. You understand? And you see that when a team, if we can break down if we can produce through the middle, then it's fine. But once they lock us off through the middle, bro, it's long. That's what I've noticed with every game. Then on top of,
your central base. So if it's not a
Yeah.
Kulusevski or a Madison doing something,
That's it.
also from a central area out wide, you're not really doing too much. Okay, fair.
That's it for me personally. And then along with that as well, I was gonna say, with the there's a couple individuals as well who aren't pulling their weight as well, so they're very inconsistent.
Was it more than a couple? Just my little salt, pepper on top of that, my little pepper.
Yeah, nah, more than a couple.
more
to be
than
honest,
a
yeah,
couple.
nah, it's definitely more than a couple.
So you carry on to there, more to the couple. Hey, salute to Sava. Hey, Sava, big up, man.
Big up, Sava.
Good to see you in the chat first and foremost. Secondly, I appreciate the super chat as well. Says flawless. When Ange gets sacked, we're having a party. The worst manager I've seen tactically. The results don't lie. Love to you and Jacob. Love every time, Sava. You already know. Tactics are just dreadful. Every opponent exploiting. Damn. So Sava's, as I already knew, is making this perfectly clear. He's not with the Ange thing, saying the worst manager you've ever seen tactically. Results don't lie. The results are bad, which we'll get into. Says love to me and Jacob. Tactics are dreadful. Obviously, you lot watch Spurs more than me, so I ain't even going to go against you lot when you say I can just talk from games I've seen, and I watched the Bournemouth game, and it was bad. For it was awful all around, but we'll get to that every opponent.
I wouldn't say every.
Sava,
I wouldn't.
Big up, man. And Sava, if you're about, let me know, and I'll send you the link. I'd love to get your views. If
I
you're not
wouldn't say every
it.
opponent exploiting, because then that would mean Pep Guardiola exploited us twice in that 4 games spell where he was. I mean, I don't know how many they ended up losing in a row, but we beat him in the cup, and then we beat him 3 games later. So that was 2 of the 4 that I remember was like never, or 2 of the 5, something like that. It's like never happens for Pep. So I wouldn't say every opponent exploiting. I would say every opponent with a decent low block that can also press from the front. If you can press from the front and hold your line decently well, you're going to give us a lot of problems. And that's clear. Sava's not wrong. I don't think the tactics are dreadful, though. I don't think every opponent is exploiting it. I don't think it's hard to exploit us if you do it well. And it's being shown that, you know, the Bournemouth manager is able to do it. Crystal Palace is able to do it. Ipswich is able to do it. Brighton in that second half is able to do it. to me, it's in all of those, it's never been the tactics have failed us. Even in the loss to Newcastle or Arsenal, for me, the tactics have not failed us. It's the players' efficiency in the final third that has always failed us. And then bozo mistakes from any level, whether it be the back, middle, or front. And then you have Vicario, who's honestly, he's suspect. You get a little, I used to have a little bit more confidence in the guy, but on every corner, I'm kind of wondering, like, is he going to even, does he know whether to come out for this or not? And it just seems like he's in a little in his own head with the, whether to come out. Now he's injured. We got Fraser Forster, and it is what it is. And also in regards to the results, I'm working backwards from this. So I don't think every opponent has exploited us. I don't think the tactics are dreadful. I think the players have failed to execute the tactics. And for whether anyone agrees or disagrees, Ange hasn't adapted the tactics for the players' best abilities. I don't think that that's the right thing to do. I'm not Bruce Lee. I'm not trying to be like water personally. I am the glass. I am the container. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Ange is. That's what so for me, it's like you either get in line or you fall a fucking side. And Ange is kind of that same mindset. I'm not saying it's right for right or wrong. That like, and this is Sava and I, we've got the most respect for each other. We have a personal relationship behind. We just disagree on a lot of things, Tottenham. So, you'll get trolls going around saying that we hate each other or whatever, but we'll screenshot it and send it to each other.
But hey, Sava, big up, man. Appreciate the super chat again, yo. That if you didn't catch it, if you want the link, I know it's late. Let me know. I'll send it to you, but I need to get you one anyway in general. But big up to you. Make sure you subscribe to Football Heritage TV and go check out Sava. We did the Sarcasm City special, second wave, a few weeks back. Go check that out. That was Sava telling his whole story as well. He says Levy and Enoch are bloody awful as well. Unfortunately, they built a stadium that prints money like an ATM. They're going nowhere. Football isn't in their interest. They told us that in 2001. It's awful, but it's a mess at Spurs. Damn. So that's echoing what you lot have said in regards to Levy and Enoch. And the first thing you said to Nero was, "This is on Enoch."
They painted over the cracks with that stadium, bro. Everybody saw this stadium and they put a bit of money out there. And with Spurs fans, they get excited so quickly. So even just a little bit of money flaunted all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's on the up and coming and this and that, bro.
Broke our record fee. We signed Solanke. Yeah,
exactly, bro. They know what they're doing.
We did it with Tongi and Dombele. We did it with Davinson Sanchez.
Bro,
it was like
Spurs fans
look at our record signing.
Too easy to please.
And he put other than that, coins. Hey, big up every time. I appreciate those super chats. Big up, man. I appreciate it.
Sava. Big up, Sava. And even though I disagree with him about Ange and stuff, I think that what Sava's saying is like two things can be true at the same time. Enoch and Levy, you can feel as though they're failing us, and you can also feel as though Ange is failing us, and that changes need to be done at both levels. For me, the buck stops at the fucking top. I don't let that shit roll downhill because I've been at the bottom of those hills, and I know what it's like to have shit roll on you. It's like, hey, this is just a product of my environment, baby. Don't blame me for being a degenerate. Don't blame me for rolling up when I ain't supposed to, officer.
Shit rolls downhill, and I know what it's like to be down the bottom of the hill. Shit.
Yeah, shit, that ain't nothing to do with me, but now I'm getting rolled over. So it's like it's all relative, right? Like, and it's all football at the end of the day. So it's all just relative to how you perceive it. And I guess I got back Jose, I back Conte. I didn't really back Nuno. I mean, I hope Nuno would do something. We won Manager of the Month. That was fun. We beat City, and it was like, look at us. But other than that, I can't really remember feeling too much with Nuno other than like, the fuck are we doing? But really, like, Pochettino.
Love that.
No, we do agree on, hey, not nothing, Sab. Those blanket statements. We both love Ginola. He's, I packed Ginola on EAFC.
Everybody's a fan of Ginola. I'm a fan of Ginola. Everyone who watched David Ginola play is a fan of David Ginola.
I didn't. He played at Tottenham before I followed Tottenham, and so but Sava always talks about Ginola, and he's always like, whoa, Ginola, kind of how I am about certain players. So I was like, let me look into him. You know, I got him on FIFA or something on the game mode, and I sent a picture to Sava. I was like, look who I just got, Spurs legend, you know, and he's like, oh, you got to check this out. I was like, send me some highlights. And So we do agree on a couple things.
I was Ginola. Ginola was serious. Ginola,
and I did have that little. It was during international break. Then it was like, oh yeah, Brennan Johnson plays this weekend for us, huh? You said maybe Timo starts. Oh, can I watch David Ginola highlights instead? It's like, God, would you think about it? And that to me is again 23 years of utter failure in regards to managing and covering and like taking care of a football club as a brand and an entertainment business. We're obviously doing well. Business is booming in that sense. But the football became, or excuse me, first team football became not the first priority. The stadium, the brand, the naming rights and the building rights. Because I know in the UK, it's a bitch to build here in America. But I know in the UK, it's a lot harder to tear down and build, right? It's damn near impossible. Because like, oh, this is a historical artifact. The king farted on this brick back in the 1500s.
This guy's crazy, yo. Hey, nice having yo. This guy is.
Well, why is it? I was just like, that building's old and dilapidated. No one occupies it. But they refuse to tear it down.
I get that part of it. It was the funny example.
Oh, the king farting on the brick.
Yeah, the king farting on the brick. So that's what it was.
Silly Americanisms. Not
just Jacob. You know? This is why you're here. As Pels put, Jacob's analogy is hilarious. The fork with the two forks with the steak and the salad and everything.
Hey, but turns out I was right. They Googled it.
Right. I didn't know about that. You know
can I just say something? Can I just say something? This shows how dead my club is, bro. Man, I having to talk about analogies. Man, I having to talk about David Ginola. Man can't talk about no trophies. Man can't talk about no previous history of doing nothing. This is how dead my club is, bro. It's a shame. Bro, it's a shame, man. This is the thing, bro. Look. Like, when I put it like this, bro, I'm just gonna put it simply as this. You see, when man are having these arguments with all of these teams and all of the reality of the situations, I keep telling people this. If I'm being honest with you, bro, Spurs should not be in none of these conversations. But what Levy's done is he's put them in a market where we're marketable. You understand? We're marketable. If it weren't for us being marketable, I tell you now, we would be taught amongst maybe not even West Ham, even below that, bro. Because, bro, there's no history.
Well,
there,
we own
bro.
Our own stadium, so let's not go that low.
Listen, look. We can own a stadium.
We're not at the damn, you rent it, you break it, you buy it fucking stadium.
Jacob, I gotta be real.
Hey, they got a high school track runs here the weekend.
Jacob, I gotta be real. We can own a stadium. That don't mean piss, bro, if we ain't got no trophies in there, bro.
Infrastructure is important in regards to like upholding when you show a player that's why Leicester, right? They had a shit training facility. They won the league. And they upgraded that thing immediately because they want to get players like
we've been done that though, and we haven't won.
But see, what we did is we made it too damn good, and the players' feet have been up. And it's players like Eric Dyer, Harry Kane, Matt Doherty, and that leadership group that we used to have with Hugo Lloris involved with them groups. Bro, you allow a cat that's used to, fighting for everything they got, which is what a player should do, fight for everything they got. And now the cat he ain't got to fight for no bird. We'll feed him the bird. And it's like they stop having that hunger. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this club has, where we are now is an amalgamation of years of molding us into this, which is just a profitable brand at this point. And then, number one, I think, on Yelp review. Destination tourist spot in London.
But today, you were saying about before Savage Tavern, appreciate
you'll never sing it, but
about the players from an individual standpoint letting you down. You was talking about that, De Niro.
Yeah. The players individual wise, they're letting us down. Obviously, I could say the same for obviously Maddison, apart from the 2 goals against City. For me personally, I haven't really been impressed with him this season. Even towards the back end of last season as well, I wasn't really too impressed. The only player that I can really probably give props to out of everybody, if I'm being honest, is Kulusevski, and maybe a couple games of Solanke of hold up play and that. But it's not. I'll be real. Everybody else to me, but I haven't really been convinced too tough, because everybody's had this inconsistency of maybe one game they'll play well. Basuma is one of the main players that's really disappointing me, because when he first came from Brighton, I thought that was a good signing at the beginning, but it's looking like to me like it's just an average signing. because he's not performing. You see Caicedo had that season at Chelsea, but now you're seeing the Caicedo that you saw at Brighton, maybe even better than what you saw at Brighton. That's what I expected of Basuma. You know, that first season, obviously, you give man a chance. Obviously, under Conte, it wasn't really the greatest experience for him. But then now you've got a new manager that's even tried to use you as much. And then I would even say since maybe, I think, was it the ban that he had last season? Was it the ban he had last season?
Yeah, he was playing
bro.
beautifully, but then Sarr got injured. He had a bad game, and then Luton the following game. So it was like 8 good games. Then it was Luton when he got sent off versus Luton, I think it was.
I couldn't believe. Yeah, that one.
It was two stupid fouls in the first half, like an idiot. And sorry, continue.
Yeah, no. So it's just since, for me personally, since then, it's just been average to me. But I'll be real. I can't give you a game where I said, wow, he was like just outstanding. So for me, there's just a lot of individual players that have not stepped up at all. And then because we don't really have the depth to be like, okay, the midfield, there's depth, but at the same time, to me, but I'll be real, everybody's just, they're all aligned on the same level to me. Just the inconsistency. Sarr, it could be expected. You know, he's raw. You get me. He's still coming and do that. But I'd still rate Sarr. But even then, it's like I'm not expecting him. I wasn't expecting him to be the player he is. You understand? The players that I'm expecting it from is Maddison. I'm expecting it from Basuma. You understand? Obviously Bentancur I can give a bit of props to as well. When he comes in, he does do all right. But bro, it's just still, for me, no one has been, apart from Kulusevski, no one has showed me that, listen, I'm hungry. Kulusevski's showing that he's hungry, bro. And you're seeing it. You're seeing that last season. I was even a big critic of him last season. So yeah, man, I just think that's what it is with the individuals. Just need to step up, bro. Because you can say the manager, but at the same time, the players got to boost themselves up in a game as well. The player has his part to share in a game too. So yeah, man, the players need to step up, man. Because you're not. I've seen teams that are worse than us in this league, individual wise. If we were to go player for player, individual wise, based on ability, we like with a lot of teams, but we could go on that. But the players ain't pulling their weight, bro. So. Yeah, man.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I do want to come in there on the Kulusevski thing, because I will dunk on my club a lot, and especially these players. But I dunk on it. It's like dunking on your little brother. I'm actually the youngest brother, so I don't have a little brother to dunk on. But I would imagine what it feels like to dunk on a little brother. Like, I'm dunking on you to make you a better defender, but also like you can hold that.
You got no little cousins or nephews or anything like that. Yeah, that was great,
I got 3 little half brothers, and I did play them in basketball.
See, there you
go. But I didn't dunk on them because, like, I think I was recovering from like my ankle injury, where I actually broke my ankle dunking the ball.
You gotta establish dominance. You see, my younger brother.
I was putting that body on him though. I was low post moves.
Yeah, man, 100%.
90s ball only.
Just in life, just walk one past one of them, just mush him in the face, just cause. You know what I'm saying? Just let him know what time it is. But go on, carry on if you will.
But Kulusevski, for me, like I like to think about, where was I last year at this point? Where was I? Now where am I now? And has there been a real progression? And I look at Kulusevski. For me, last year I was like, I don't see him as an Ange winger. We technically activated the buyout clause from that loan deal we did with Juve. We activated it before we even like officially hired Ange Postecoglou. So it was a club signing, because we had the song and we had the number 21 shirts all over the rack. So you can't convince that. There you go. It's Enoch again. Buying a player because it's like, oh, this is the one we want. And the manager will come in and figure out what the fuck he wants to do with him. And last year was a lot of trying to figure out what the fuck we're going to do with him. He looked out right, not very good. He got put out left once, and it was like, cool, use that left foot, sir. And he just wouldn't. And it's like, that's your foot, dog. That's the one you like. And you won't fucking use it when you're on the left. It's weird. And then he got moved into the midfield, and we saw like 2 games last year of like, okay, I think he might be good here. I think this is a good spot, kind of that roaming 10, kind of a box-to-box 8 almost. And then Ange is like, I don't fucking want midfielders who are 6s, 8s, or 10s. I want midfielders to do it all. And then all of a sudden he started getting bodied in the midfield, and I wondered why. I was like, I guess he's not as good at the midfield as I thought he was. And in the preseason, we were putting him at a false 9, and to see what that looked like. And you saw a lot of the same things that you see now when he's performing very successful in that 10, if you want to call it the 10, the midfield role. which is that 1-2, real quick 1-2, a Madison, Son, or whoever's making that run inside, sometimes Solanke, but typically it's Madison. And when he was in that false 9 in the preseason, I remember that being like, okay, he's actually, for all whatever else in the false 9 he's not doing well, he's kind of like the 1-2, his hold up play, he's decently strong, he's not getting bodied, so it's like, and he was a target, he just, his heading wasn't that great, so it's like, and then you kind of start to see him utilize some of those good attributes and into what he's doing now in the midfield. So also looking back at last year, there was, every international break, because we had about fucking 55 of them last season. Everyone's doing team of the year so far. Who's your team of the year? Hey, super chat me to bribe me or whatever. And all those
emotion, yo. This guy.
I didn't want to say anything for your audio listeners, but you know what I'm talking about.
This guy is crazy.
No, the game's the game, and I respect it, bro. If you're fucking on the street selling Bibles or twiddling the ivories, I don't give a fuck, bro. Get your money.
Don't stress, Jacob. You lot subscribe to the United Spurs of America. I don't even know. It's not. You know what? It's not often I don't even know what time to respond to say it. That's one of the moments I have no idea what to say.
But my point about bringing up those fucking shows, give me the super chat me to get your team of the year.
Yeah, the team of the year.
Hey, bro, that's what game is game. But a game is game also. You could tell that to the lady of the night. So game is game. And also, like I said at the beginning, before I opened my mouth, because I knew I was on with De Niro, I was like, I haven't streamed with him before. Hopefully I don't piss him off. But I was like, my first disclaimer is everyone's allowed their own, whatever they want to say, right? Mm-hmm. We all agree, right? All right, I'm going to proceed to say whatever the fuck I want. And that's what I love about being in the city of sarcasm. I feel
that's why you're here.
Like my belt comes off. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving dinner, I'm taking the belt off, letting the gut out a little bit. I ain't sucking it in no more, baby. You better like this.
Hey,
But anyway, there was a point that I was making about
I don't know how we got here, but you know what? Actually, Jacob, your thoughts on the actual game, because you lot didn't play well against Bournemouth. Fortunately, I still don't know how it was only 1-0. Thoughts on the actual game itself, because you lot were in the game and missed a couple chances, but then like towards the second half of the second half, you lot were woeful, gifting him chance after chance after chance. Should have been at least 3-4 to Bournemouth, bare minimum. So thoughts on that, your actual performance?
Yeah, I thought the performance was, to put it in light terms, worse than the shit my dog leaves on the fucking patio when I ain't put him inside. And it's stinky, it's nasty, and then there's usually some pee-pee accompanied by it, and it's like this mush. If you leave it out there too long, then the sun in El Paso will cook that motherfucker. It's like sunny side up eggs, but ain't no cooking. It's just sunny side up. And so I would say it was like that. And when it happens one time, you're like, bad dog. When it happens 2 times, you're like, you fucking asshole. And then it happens 3 times, you're like, maybe I need to go Old Yeller on you. And then 4 or 5 times is when you start actually executing the plan of termination. So for me, that was that kind of performance. I saw it yesterday. Fulham tantalized with the idea of being that, but it didn't, and we got a draw. So all right. Ipswich was that. Crystal Palace was that. That's 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not at the stage of termination of this dog. I'm just like, this dog's a fucking asshole. And for me, the one who's shitting is the one who's kicking the ball.
So you look at most of the players. All right. So who in particular from the game yesterday were you like you thought they was awful today or just not up to scratch? Who would
I will say this. First of all, you got to give a little. This isn't just a shit on everybody. Give a little credit to Bournemouth. They're a good team. We are now the 3rd of the big 6 that they've beaten at their home stadium this season. So we are now amongst a group of who Levy's gotten us a part of already. So to me, it's not this gross like embarrassment. I showed my ass cheeks to the Queen on accident, oh, how'd that get back there? And she's like, oh my God, excuse me. Sorry, I forgot that she passed away. That's my bad. I meant the king. See, it's because you It's easier to ramble with silliness when there's no one talking to me and I'm just looking at myself.
This is right. This is why you're here. Go on. So carry on. So you were saying it's not all shit on Bournemouth because you like actually. I mean, obviously Bournemouth.
Oh, it's not all shit on us. Like Bournemouth are a good side. However, where I begin to allocate my blame is the same. I keep the same energy that I kept with the second half of Brighton, with Crystal Palace, Ipswich, and it's the who I thought was my fucking dogs, who I thought was my warriors, who I could go out to any Selhurst Park. Bro, you enter Selhurst Park through the goddamn janitor door. It says janitor entrance only and visitors. And we're the visitors. That is Selhurst Park. And we went there and played like bitches. And it's not the first time. And before Ange, we play like some pussies there. Why? Are we in the... I'm sorry, I'm going to move on from Selhurst Park.
Nah, it's cool. Oh, yeah. All right, go on. I didn't know if you meant Selhurst Park.
It's a bigger picture. They're a part of a Lego of it's like a big fucking fuck you to everybody. It's just we go places and I'm like, someone should be stepping up right now. And who is that? Let me look at my list. Who's my best player on the club? Son, Kuti, and so forth. And allegedly Madison because he got fucking co-captain before he even kicked the goddamn ball for Spurs, which I thought was a crime in itself. So in regards to Bournemouth, I'm going to get back to Bournemouth, I swear to God. In regards to Bournemouth, Son coming off of the bench, I'm looking at him first. I'm looking at my best player on my roster, healthy. It don't matter who's healthy or not. I'm looking at my best player to come off of the bench. And Ange said, Ange is such a bozo with his hands in his pockets, told Son, hey, be 2 steps offside. Just make sure you tell everyone, I don't think I was offside, officer. Those drugs aren't mine. Why does it say Jacob Walraven, a.k.a. these are mine, sir, on a note underneath it? Oh, me? No, that wasn't me. Bro, you were so offside, it wasn't even funny. But after that, the next 6 opportunities that my best player has, he dribbles into a defender after getting past one. He underpasses it to somebody. He misplaces a pass. He has a bad first touch. He does fuck all with. That is my fucking problem. And it's not just Son, but he gets the most blame because I hold him to like you, Flawless. When I hold you up here, if you here, I'm calling you out for the gap, baby. And I say it about Romero too. And I say about any player that
you hold your better players to higher standards. That is correct. That's
and my captains. And my specifically, if you're my best player and my captain, you come onto the pitch and whoever was wearing the armband beforehand has to stop whatever they were doing and give you that armband. Now go and do something.
Yeah.
But Ange is so naive. And if you want to blame the coach for Son, in my opinion, who has shown to be top 5 player in our league years running in moment, and sections of his career, to me, that's inexcusable. What can how do I blame Ange for a shit first touch? I didn't blame, sorry, I'm getting a phone call if that messes up my audio. I didn't blame Conte when Richarlison had a shit first touch. I didn't blame Ange for Richarlison's shit first touch. It seems like something that was going on before Ange Postecoglou showed up. But not with Son. Son, his first touch has usually been pretty good. And at times it is good. Yesterday, it was not. So to me, I look at my best players. After that, you got to look at Madison. What the fuck did he do? Is Bournemouth that good that, sexy Madison, poor Madison got left out of the poor white British fucking Madison, dart throwing bitch, golf buddy, khaki short wearing, yacht boot shoe having fucker. Oh, God forbid he got left off the fucking English squad because he played like shit. And guess what? He's playing like shit. And he has moments, 2 very well worked goals versus Man City. But outside of that, and that free kick whenever we were up, 3-1 or 3-0 in the dying embers versus somebody, West Ham or Villa, and he hit that nice free kick. Very nice. It was no pressure involved. It wasn't a game winner. It was just a nice free kick. So it's like, outside of those 3 moments, the fuck have you done for me? That's why I look at those first. Because you know what? If Bournemouth is a good side, they're a sturdy side, well-coached side, and we struggled to break them down after 50 minutes, that's fine. I can live with that. But when Son comes on in the 50-something minute, now you're supposed to make a difference. So for that performance, for all our capitulations, for every game that we've lost, and granted, when we have lost this year, it has not at all been like last year or under Conte, who's supposed to be defensive, or under Stellini, who's supposed to be the fucking butt sniffer of Conte, or Mason, who is the fucking little shithead. Everyone can't wait to sack Ange so we can get Ryan fucking Mason. I can't fucking wait.
Hold that thought because we're going to get to that. De Niro, your thoughts. I don't know how much of the game you watched, if you watched the full thing, highlights, etc. But thoughts on the game, and same question to you. Like
Ryan Mason. And then also I want to add, how you feel? You excited about Ryan Mason?
We gonna get there. We gonna get to future matches for De Niro, but it's cool.
I'm so pissed. Another time, if I have to stick it with another fucking Ryan Mason,
man. We're gonna get to everyone in regards to that. But yeah, De Niro, Bournemouth game. Thoughts?
Brother, you see what it is, man.
I said you see what it is a lot, yo.
Hey, listen,
you see what my club does to people,
bro. This club, bro. It's pain. It's a dark place right now, man. It's been a dark place, but it's really dark right now, man. Look, at the end of the day, I never expected to get. I actually predicted we were gonna lose, but I didn't expect to get cooked like that. You understand? Okay, but we made them man look. We made them man look like they were in their prime, bro. They were in their bag. You get me, bro? Like it's crazy, bro. And obviously, yes, they've beaten other teams in the top 6, but man don't care about that, bro. It's still Bournemouth. I don't care what no one says, bro. Like man should not be getting cooked like that. At least, like even the other day, somebody asked me, they were like, "Oh, what? I'm hearing that you lot got cooked." I'm even saying to myself, bro, like this is how you know that it's surprising, because he was even saying, "Oh, I thought it would just be a cheeky, like the 1-0 when he saw the scoreline, he thought maybe they snatched it." I said, brother, they cooked, man, bro. They absolutely cooked us, bro. They showed man how to play football. And this is the thing what I'm saying, why I have this is where my criticism maybe for Ange comes in a little bit, yeah? Okay. Is the fact that with these Bournemouth players, yeah, if we were to actually do a player for player, yeah, on both teams. Personally, if we're being honest, for me, maybe somebody may disagree, but for me, the Spurs players are better individually, player for player, if we were to do that, yeah? So now, why is it that player for player, they can still perform like that? And it's not like they've just been performing like that for this one game. They've actually been performing like that for majority of the season so far anyways. Obviously, it's a long season, there's more to go, but I have to go off of what I'm seeing now, yeah? Same way as I always use the example once again, of that Arsenal team when Arsenal had Aubameyang, yeah? And they had that dead team and they still went and won a trophy. So for me, it's that in these type of games, all I ask for is a bit of consistency in these games. I feel like players are turning up and thinking they've won the game already, which to me was complacency.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But then the complacency is something that has to be wiped, in my opinion, from me being a footballer myself, has to be wiped out from the manager. There's a certain type of drilling that a manager pause.
I was gonna say, excuse me, sir.
There's a certain type of big up. There's a certain type of there's a certain type of attitude.
Bob the Builder.
There's an attitude
that the manager should put, that I believe the manager should put in place. And obviously the players are not emphasizing that on the pitch, which is, for me, there's something in the change room that's not going on his side that he's maybe not doing, in my opinion, because like everybody can say players, but bro, players are humans too. You understand? And for me, that a manager, if the players were always meant to sight themselves up fully by themselves, then we wouldn't need managers. There's a reason why managers are there, you get me? So I think, for instance, I just think with that case, that's where my criticism comes in. The complacency thing is still, for me, the circulation of what's going on inside the back rooms that we can't see. You understand? So that's what I think with that game. And then also with the game, I just think, bro, I said this on Mud Brothers, I said all I ask for is some type of consistency, bro. I don't want to be beating City now and then going to Bournemouth and then losing 1-0. Now when we go to Chelsea, what are we gonna go beat Chelsea now and then next week go lose to another bum? You understand? I don't want to.
Is the manager bald? Is my first question.
The manager
You know
is
what?
bald.
If he's bald, he's getting that bald-headed shine and
Your
butt.
game, because
My
your game
manager,
after, obviously you lot play Rangers in the Europa League buff after the
he's
Chelsea
also
game.
bald. Rangers
Your next
manager's
league
also
game,
bald, by the way.
yeah, your next league game's away at Southampton. So you're saying you don't want to beat Chelsea and then lose away at Southampton?
Bro, bro, because it's ridiculous, bro. How can you beat Man City 4-0 and then go and lose to Bournemouth 1-0, bro? That's ridiculous, fam.
That is
Bro, that's a
ridiculous.
joke thing, bro. Bro,
And you lot
like,
City as well. That's the crazy part. And
bro,
then lost.
that's like,
Bournemouth in
bro,
that
can you
fashion.
imagine? Can you imagine? That's basically, bro. Like I'm gonna try to use a little analogy here, bro.
Yeah,
That's
go
like
ahead.
you step. That's like you stepping out. Yeah, you go punch up one of them 6'3" youths. Yeah, you punch him
Yeah.
up, and then you buck into like a 5'1" youth,
I'm
bro, and then he
I'm
slumps you, bro.
6'4". You saying you slump me?
Yeah, but this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. This is what it is, though, because we've gone and beat a giant, and then we've come to buck a little a midget, and then we've got absolutely punched up, bro. And I don't really understand that, bro. Like for me personally, I don't care what no one says. It's Bournemouth, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't care if they're balling.
Yeah.
I don't care about nothing, bro. We should not be to go into these type of games and after beating City, it would be fair enough
I
if
hear
we're
you,
just
and I agree. Can I ask you a question?
yeah. Go on.
Is this the first time this level? Because I agree 100%. We
Yeah.
should not be. But is this the first time that we've gone away or at home lost to an inferior club with inferior players?
Nah, that is the thing is, yeah, it's not the first time. I agree with that because obviously even when we had Conte, he used to do that a lot as well.
And Jose and
and
Poch.
Jose and Poch. But the only thing that I'll say, the difference between why I say the Jose thing is because personally I believe that Jose would have at least won us something if he actually got to take us to that final. That's the difference. That's the difference.
I'm not
So
over
for
it.
yeah,
I don't even
so
want to
that's
talk about it because I'm not over it.
so for me, when managers like Ange come in, and then another thing for Ange, which is where he kind of
Mason,
puts himself in the mud, is the comments. Sometimes the comments that he makes. Oh, I always win a trophy in my second season, brother. Man, don't care, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't man.
De
I don't
Niro,
care,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I respect. I want to be respectful in this moment, but it's
Bro.
like when you're driving. I'm not driving the car in this moment. I'm just in the shotgun. But I'm like, hit the brakes. We're about to smash into a deer because that is just not factually true.
But Jacob, what is that gonna?
He was
what's that gonna do?
That quote specifically, the one that you're referring to,
Yeah.
that was a question that was asked. So first of all, he was answering a question, and secondly, he was correcting the inference that he made with his wrong question, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
so it's like if I ask you, hey, De Niro, so you never get bitches, right? You're like, no, I always get bitches. It's like,
Nah, bro,
does that mean you're a
like
braggadocious, cocky
yeah,
man?
bro, I am because if you ask me if I get,
So is Ange, and
yeah,
he factually always wins in his second year.
Yeah,
and he's
that's all
just
good.
started his second year when he said that, and
And
everyone's thinking that he's saying that at every press
nah,
conference.
bro, that's
It's
all
like,
good. That's all good for him to say that, but that doesn't mean nothing to me, bro. You understand? He can make you when you make
no, that's fair.
statements.
That's all
when
relative
you make,
to you. I'm
when
just
you
trying
make,
to clear
yeah.
the air that like
when,
that was a answer to he was he wasn't just like,
responding to
hey
a
everyone,
question. He didn't
I'm gonna
say
put it
it.
on
He
the
can-
table and
you know
say
why I say that?
win in
You
my
know-
second year. Now we're gonna win.
There's-
It's not
there's a-
the context.
Do you know what the context of it is? The point I'm making out of that context is I'm saying that some of the statements and the way that he puts the statements, it comes across very cocky, bro. Yeah, and that's good. That may be his character to him, innit? But for me, when you put across these statements, you're increasing. Obviously, there's already pressure being a manager, but you're increasing the pressure that is on you even more because the way you're coming across is like you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, bro. And then
Yeah,
when
I
you don't
agree.
start doing that. When you're not doing that and achieving them things, bro, that's when people are gonna crash out. So with Spurs fans right now, I said this on Mud Brothers. A lot of Spurs fans, bro, they're not even, bro, they don't care anymore, bro. They just want to see something, bro. Like if we're being honest, bro, no one. One thing every Spurs fan can agree on right now is they want to see a trophy. Obviously,
So
you
let me
can't-
ask you: would
yeah,
you
go
take
on.
a 10th place finish in a domestic cup this year?
Bro, 100, bro, I'm starving, bro.
So
Bro,
we're in
man,
position for we're in
I'll-
position. I would too, and a lot of Spurs fans would agree with that.
Yeah.
So my point by asking that question is, I'm not trying to lead you somewhere like a fucking detective. I literally felt like some Law and Order fucking. Let me ask you a question that if you answered in this manner, I'm gonna walk you down this alley. Like no. So I ask that specifically because we are in position. We are in a quarterfinal of one of them that we could potentially. Ten Hag fucking won it. You can't tell me Ange can't. And FA Cup, Ten Hag won that too.
Yeah.
We're haven't even kicked the ball for that yet. But
So
we're
I'm
going
speaking,
to Tamworth.
I'm speaking.
So if we lose to Tamworth, then all bets are off.
I'm speaking. What I'm speaking in right now is what I'm speaking in. I'm speaking in what's it called? A pre-order right now. So you know when you pre-order something, this is a pre-order. So this is a statement that is going that is going to last to see what happens. Sorry, this is a statement I'm making for the end of the season. Yeah. When I say for the end of the season, why I say it's a pre-order is because this is a statement that where if we now go and win the trophy, I'm not saying he's not going to do it. This is just me putting this forward to let you know that, bro, when you made all these statements, this was your calamity if you do actually cause a go to fail. Now, if he does success, if he does get that success, which is based on what you're saying, I agree, which is why I'm not screaming Ange out. Because screaming Ange out now doesn't make sense.
No, you seem very balanced and very fair in your criticisms. And that's why I also said before I cursed out the fans for the abuse that they hurled at Ange. It was like tactics. You don't like his tactics. You got issues. You want him to tweak and twerk and change whatever the fuck. That's all up. That's all. That's all you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh yeah, today I should have won you. I think it's crazy.
Oh, my bad. I did tell Flawless to make a specific banner because I don't think just the generic banner will work.
Nah, it's not good. It's there. The banner is there. I created it before we even did the first show. Where is it?
No, so but that's why I said it. Like if you have issues with his there's times where I question his substitutions and him directly impacting the game and the words that he said after said game where he failed to make a substitution to impact. Then the following match he does, and then the following match there is a substitution that is forced through injury that I was like, finally, a sub's going to happen. And then it changed the dynamics of the game and we ended up winning. And it seemed like he stumbled into a good substitution. So those are all fine. I have all these criticisms as well. And people say I'm in an Ange cult. They say I'm a happy clapper. And if you watch my watch alongs, ain't no fucking happy clapping unless we score a goddamn goal.
That's true.
I'm typically cursed. It doesn't matter if it's a kid in the crowd. Everyone's getting cursed out. There was this fat kid after we lost to somebody, or I think it was Palace. He was wearing this mustard-ass shirt.
Jez,
what's up, Jez?
Jez, what are you telling me, man?
Yeah, the perfect segue. It was mustard colored. I remember his fat fucking jelly roll fucking kid.
Jez, what are you saying first and foremost?
Looking like a typical.
Yeah, no, I'm good. No, I'm good.
I know you didn't watch the game in full, but for highlights you've seen overall, like obviously the result, bad performance, whole Ange out. Like what the fans said, how the fans reacted to Ange at the end of the game. What was your thoughts on that? We'll go there.
Well, I said something yesterday to you when I was doing the NBA watch along. I don't really condone the behavior personally. Me, like I understand the anger because we just lost. We lost 1-0 at Bournemouth away, and we got clapped. We got clapped up by Bournemouth.
Boo him.
Like it's not like we play even half decent against them, and we can argue we deserve something. So I understand the anger and. Sure, what you can do, like we had managers before where we getting bad results in away games and the fans bullshit like that. But I think it's the first time I see fans actually having to go over the board and having to go over the board, from my knowledge at least, where they go over the board to the manager saying something crazy and shit like that. And I think it's just great. It's just crazy to me. Like I feel like it's fine for me. I don't have problems people displaying their displeasure with what they've seen. I don't have an issue with that, but I think there's a certain level of respect that should still be there. So I do think this was a bit OD. I can't even lie about. Hey man, I don't know person. I don't know. That's only what I can really say on that.
Nah, first, and thoughts on the result as well, man.
I'm not surprised, to be honest. Not surprised. Like I said coming into the game that I think when we spoke, I said Bournemouth away is a tough game. It's not every team, especially in the Big Six, when they went over there, they either lost or if they won, they narrowly just won there. So it's like it was always going to be a tough, difficult game. And then when you saw how we pulled up with what lineups we pulled up there, makes it harder for us to even go there and perform. It like be real. No, it's acceptable to put out a performance like that, despite our injuries, despite Bournemouth being better at home. No, because there's always a certain standard that should still be there, and it just looks tired, man. Like it looks tired out there, bro. I'll be real. Like I said, like it just didn't feel like they were ever gonna be up for the game like that. And I don't know, it's just I had this feeling going into the game. Like obviously you have to hope. So I say fuck it. Let me see a Sri Lanka hat trick, and we go out of there with 3 points. And also, if you go into Chelsea, fuck it. I still say fucking 2-1 Spurs. Fuck it. I don't give a damn. But do I think we necessarily win this game? No, but fuck it. But same as the way I feel about Bournemouth, there's still a hope because I know performances are in there in them players. Like you can see not even necessarily just City specifically, but there's also other games this season where even games that we have lost or drawn, where you're seeing better performances than that. So perform like that, I feel like this on anybody, and I feel for me I think this is what the story has been this season. To be honest, that I think everybody can look at themselves from in the mirror. Like we can look at aspects where to be fair, like what I've been saying the whole season. We can look at aspects with Ange where I have no issue with.
You got a fan on?
Oh, sure, my bad. Yes, but he took.
Move it a bit further. A bit back. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I don't know
my bad.
It's all good.
Shit, bro, it's freezing, bro. It's freezing.
Yo, trust me, I know I got my heater right here, fam. Trust me, I'm fully on.
Shit. But okay, sorry. What I was saying is that I'm still where I've been the whole season, where I feel like there's issues where I have with Ange. I've been talking about how I think he does play a system where sometimes it can be one way, especially from an attacking standpoint. Like we're talking about goals that we concede, but I think it's sometimes way too much of a talking point because I feel like we can sometimes be a bit more creative in terms of how we want to attack certain teams. But then I talk about profiles within the team where you can maybe look at him and say certain profiles that he wanted in the team, the players, certain players that the club brought forward to begin with, which I just don't know why they would to. Accountability. I feel like accountability on the pitch. Where do I see it on the? This is where I look at from a player's perspective and say when is it time to step up. Like I remember there was conversation about how Spurs has fumbled on getting Arne Slot, because obviously Arne Slot, I always rated Arne Slot back then already.
Yeah.
But and I was one of the people who was actually advocating for Arne Slot over Ange. But for the
we wanted Arne Slot over Ange, and he said no, thank you. He actually
and then he said no to
used us to get a bigger contract from Feyenoord, that fucking bald prick. I can't wait till we turn that bitch to Ange feed. Sorry.
No, but yeah, and obviously all that happened here, and obviously I see people say within our families as well how if you had Slot, we would be in such a better situation. I don't necessarily think it's the case when I see stats like how this season 75% of Liverpool's goals all come down to Salah. Where is this type of level of game changer in this team? Like we have a couple of good players there. Like Kulusevski is having a really good season, but we also that's what
the only
I say we need properly, and this is where we need to calm down. Like when I saw that list of Tottenham, the world class list that I put in the playbook a couple of days ago, and when I saw Kulusevski in the world class category, I'm like, I rate his season, but for me, there's not enough to always not to be them world class, and I feel like this is a season for him where he just wants to find his consistency again, performing to that level where he's currently performing at. So I'm not even trying to put him on that pressure at this moment in time. But when we look at the rest of the team, this is where you kind of start asking, if it's not Kulusevski, who is it really and truly who steps up? I think
you just reminded me something about Kulusevski too. He's the only player this year to call out the inconsistencies in our squad. He's the only player. Ange has addressed it and said it's all on me. This is my problem that I have to fix, yada yada, as a good manager should, for right or wrong. Like me, the man of the house in the public, if some aspect of my house looks like it's failing, that's on me. I take that blame. That's like an old school mentality. So that's one side tangent. But Kulusevski, to your point, I just wanted to pause on, was he's also the only player, he's the only consistent performer. If when we play well, it's because he's playing fucking great. Yesterday, he couldn't string 3 passes together. We couldn't string 3 passes together. It's a gentle press that ruins us. But Kulusevski's the only one who's been like, we need to. I don't know why we play so good one week and then we don't. What was the quote? They made a meme out of it. It was like, we're just stupid if we do that. Like, it's not smart if we do that, to play good one week and not play good the next week. We're just stupid if we do that. So to me, we need more players with that kind of mentality that are at least willing to call it out and try and change it.
This is what I think what I was trying to go into this as well, is that how this is why I say I think everybody has a part to play this season, to be honest. Like, I don't think this is necessarily only to one way we can go to. Like, I give a lot of slander to, for example, guys like Madison and Basuma, but I can also understand also aspects where maybe it's the manager putting them players in the right position. These are all valid conversations, but I feel like now, especially to the people who are extremely pushing for Ange to be out, it's like we've been hella inconsistent. This is like I've seen someone say this is the worst the Spurs has been in the last 5 years. Oh, brother, if I can go and look up some of the results. Oh, brother, I can go up and get right now. I can get some results that are worse than right now. Like, we've been bad. I don't disagree necessarily, but and I'm talking about some silver winners who
in prison.
Bad. Managers in prison we
lost to COVID. We fought COVID in the Conference League and we lost 3-0.
It's been way worse. That's all I have to say. And I've seen worse. Like, I don't know if this was like, again, I don't know.
Those lineups they were dropping, Jez. You remember on Twitter last year, they're dropping all those lineups that were like Brian Hill, Tanganga, and Sanchez, Doherty, Winks, and like.
Do you remember the lineup that we pulled up with first game under Nuno against City? That lineup was terrible. That lineup was terrible. Like, so my point is kind of like, now we had worse times than what we currently have. Doesn't make it what's currently happening acceptable.
Pick up Eddie, man.
No.
Pick up Eddie.
No. But to be honest, you pretty much know my thoughts where I'm currently standing at. It's like, I've been probably the same all season, because like,
that's fair.
I just don't rate the team as high. Yeah, but two, it would need to go catastrophically lower and lower and lower. Like, for example, you have like, I think this 1.5 week span where we're gonna play Chelsea, Rangers, Southampton, and then Man United in the cup. This could be an ugly
and
league.
Then Liverpool.
And then Liverpool. This could be an ugly 2 weeks from Sunday going forward. And if we find ourselves in the wrong side of the results, more pressure is going to be added on. And I personally don't like.
Let me ask you, just if you lose heavily to Chelsea, do you think, obviously there'll be calls for him to be sacked? Do you think they sack him? If it is indeed, let's say it's 4-0 or 4-1. Do you think they sack him?
I don't think so personally. I don't think it's going to be the Chelsea. Like, I think Chelsea game, if it gets by against Chelsea, I think what it could be is like they'll probably start having considerations. But I think it wouldn't go on to what then Rangers and Southampton would say, because Rangers and Southampton, we put ourselves in a stupid position because we didn't necessarily put our best efforts into wanting to win the Galatasaray game, because we want to win the Ipswich game, and we fucked up the Ipswich game. So now we put ourselves in the I'm looking up at the Europa League table right now, where like it's a lot tight.
You're 9th or something, but you're like a point. 6 or
something
like that.
Yeah, we don't level on points with like 3 teams in there, but we playing Rangers, and ironically Rangers is above us currently with the same point of, it's just the goal difference why they're above us right now. But if we're talking about not getting a result there and the teams that can overlap us, no, the last 2 games I have confidence that we win, even if we don't necessarily win the Rangers game. But you put ourselves now in a position where we was in a great position from the beginning. Now all of a sudden we find ourselves in the top 24. It's kind of like it's a negative when you really look at it. Like even the Roma, like we shouldn't have pummeled the way we pummeled Roma, but it happened. But now I'm looking at these games coming up, those last three. You have to make sure that you can get the top 8 because the last thing this team needs is playing
Just,
January.
don't you think those were our 2 toughest in the group phase?
I think they were the.
I always dreaded going to Galatasaray. I knew it was going to be an issue. Didn't matter if Harry Kane was leading us.
Wait, that one was the one where I was like, you know what? If there's a game that if there was a game that we was going to lose, it was Galatasaray away. But
we should have beat Roma with how shit they are. I'll be honest. But I initially thought they were going to be better than they are. But we should have won that game. I do agree.
I think initially a lot of people, when we drew Roma, would actually also, me included, because
someone had Timo's boots on that day in the box. If you didn't, we could have been up 2-1.
Don't remind me, because I was saying a lot of things, man, on that day. But
it breaks my heart. He's my GOAT, man. Like when I think about players that I like have helped me love the game more along my journey, like Son has absolutely held me up for the last fucking 8 years or so. You know what I mean? It's like
he's been a big contributor, but for that game, I don't want to speak on that game, but but obviously, Galatasaray, I heard Roma. I think we all thought first was going to be a harder game, but then I've seen them this season. That really wasn't there. Now, even that game against us, I don't think they were actually that good. I think we just really made them look better than what they are, and then I've watched them the following game in the league, and they're just not really that good. So it's like we dropped the points there, so we have to now look at these next 3 games, capitalizing on that. Rangers haven't Rangers been hiding in the Europa League, but
they actually have been better than I expected. They have been alright.
Their manager's bald. We know the result.
Alright, cool.
Then more reason why we have to go and get the result, and then obviously we talk about Southampton. Ironically, Conte got sacked after Southampton because he went crazy. He had a
you lot don't sack a manager before we play you lot. Don't sack him before.
And then you have Man United. And obviously, I'm talking here from worst case scenarios where I don't necessarily think we beat Chelsea. So this is kind of like one of them ones. But what can help him is get results against Rangers, get results against Southampton, and then Man United is at home. Right, bro. Give up the best motivation speeches you can find on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, the dark web. I don't know, against Man United, because if you can go and win that game then against Man United, this gives you time.
It gives you more time, a little bit more time.
It gives you something, and guess what? It's like 3 games in a row then that you won, even if you say, we're supposed to beat Rangers and we're supposed to beat Southampton. Not saying we're supposed to beat Man United, but we should be beating Man United because we're at home and it's a cup game. Like I speak before already, we're 2 games away from a final technically right now. So, and this is why I'm so calm, because we're on all cup competitions right now. There's still eyes and opportunities where we still can get it, but it doesn't look likely that we win all these comps or can win these comps. No, but this is where I want everybody. No, but this is where I want to start seeing from the manager and the players. Like, can you guys rise up to the occasion that we need you all to be? So I feel like these 1-2 weeks now is going to be very telling where even the whole season might go. It could be a situation by the 2 weeks, but by the time the 2 weeks is over, and then obviously Liverpool's over there as well. We could be talking about in 2 weeks' time, and just maybe not even hearing the job no more, because everybody's fucking pissed that he lost all these matches and we're not doing well, or he won himself time. And I think it's warranted to have criticism when we don't get results. So I've been in the balance kind of opinion way, because when I speak about
carry on, just 1 second, Jess. Hey, big up to Saeed for the raid, man. Salute to everyone joining up for the raid. I'm Saeed TV. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. They're all they're all messaging Ange out, you know what I'm saying, in the chat. So big up, man. Big up Saeed for the raid. Go on, carry on, Jess. Carry on.
Big up everybody who joined.
Can you time Staffy out? I don't feel comfortable while he's able to chat in the chat.
Bad hammer. But
I'm sure.
nah.
Hey, Jacob. One thing, yeah, you are never gonna tell me if you are uncomfortable speaking on something. You have said the most outlandish stuff I've ever heard ever in life. I know De Niro's
What,
head is
tonight
still
or like all
just in
time?
general of all time. I know De
I said
Niro's
some
still.
wild things tonight. I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
Bro, you
exactly.
said
I think
you
he's been
said
calm
some
today,
mad.
personally, from
Nah,
what I
bro,
heard.
he hasn't. Nah, bro, you're late, bro. He hasn't been calm, bro. He said some wild stuff, bro.
He said
Trust
some
me, bro.
typical
But I
Jacob.
mean, considering,
I
nah,
trust De Niro's
calm,
opinion,
what I mean,
especially because this is his first injury. Like, if you walk into a place, you're like, it smells like shit in there, it's usually probably going to smell like shit, you know?
You know, De Niro's head is still spinning like, yo, what did man just say?
nah, see, no,
Go on.
Nah,
the bad
bro.
thing is, yeah, I know what Jacob can be saying, so this probably was the lightest thing that he said this week.
It's
As,
light in
as,
regards to us because we know him. For De Niro,
no,
no, it's not.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. For the new people,
Y'all
they're
used to
saying,
the
what the
smell
fuck?
by now.
That's
De
what I'm trying
Niro's
to
got
say,
his
bro.
first whiff. He's like,
Hey, yo,
it does
Hey,
smell.
bro, what
Hey,
is
yo,
going
hey,
on,
yo,
fam? What is
hey, yo.
going on,
what
man?
do you mean this? What do you mean
What?
by?
Does whiff mean something different in the
Yo, let's
UK?
just get back to the game, man. Let's just get back to the game.
Nah, bro, okay, bro, like, because obviously, shit, where was I again?
You was
My
talking
bad,
about
so my bad.
Rangers. Rangers you was talking
No,
about.
actually, on the game's coming up, like, yeah, I know where I was. You pretty much know where my thoughts been at. I've been just hella balanced about the whole thing because we talked about being inconsistent this season. And it's not necessarily because obviously I drive an M. De Niro was speaking. It's not necessarily him, not only him. I think everybody from us can see the inconsistency. I think all of us has called it out to a certain degree, some more, some less. But I've been talking about how this club, this, forget even just the manager or the players. This club has just been inconsistently inconsistent for how long now? Forever is with the manager's decisions. Forever is how they want to recruit football players at this football club. The people who are in charge of getting us players, the physios and all that is hella inconsistent. Hella inconsistent. So when you're inconsistent as a club, can you really see can you see consistent performances on the pitch then for a long period of time? Not really. And it's like again what happened with Joseph, happened under Conte. I had a lot to say under Conte, but I can also sit here and admit under Conte how, for example, his crash out after Southampton. I'm not going to sit here and say, even though I have my problems with Conte, one thing I say about him is that what he said in that crash out wasn't too far from the truth. And at the moment of time, it's looking similar in Ange's cases as well, where it could go that way. Because at the moment, I do feel like it feels very familiar where we're going at. And if it goes there, I've been saying, if a situation where he's gone, I've never been the type of person that cries about a manager is being gone because eventually you did have not good enough of results to warrant your place here. But all I'm asking for is for the club is starting to actually learn from what you have been doing these last 4 or 5 years. Because at this moment in time, it's just the last 4 or 5 years just feel like waste to me personally. I don't know how other people feel about it, but for me, it just feels a waste. It's like, okay, we have a good start with a manager. We might get Champions League football. Everybody gets hyped, and then we go back to the complacency. There is nobody challenged in that area where we trying to be creative. Nobody seems to be challenged to be wanting to be better every season, going into every season. It's like we have a good half of season, good season, and then we go back to what it was then, and then we look for the next manager inside that next time.
Just what it is they told us we were going camping. All right, they said we're going to the old Yosemite, the old national park here. All right, they said we're gonna fucking have a good old time roughing it out there in the old Yosemite Plain mountain fields.
This plane got no wheels going. We're gonna let you know.
And we're all excited, man. We went and we got the latest Carhartt shit. Oh, because it's going to be cold, Dad? Oh, get some firewood, fire starters and all that shit. And we're going camping in the damn backyard. And we live in a trailer park. All right? That's what happened. They sold us a dream that is not manifesting itself. And we had an idea. So you say, what have we really gained? And it feels pointless in the last 5 years. Yes, it does. It feels like camping in the backyard. Why? I could just go to my fucking room and do nothing or we can actually go camping. And it seems like the club flirted with the idea of going to Yosemite, getting there, and then we said, actually, how much is it to just camp and start a fire in the backyard as opposed to actually lugging an entire family of 4 into the Yosemite? So for me, this club's at fault for that. And again, it's problems that we've had since before Ange got here.
Yeah, makes sense. Before we carry on, again, big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid on Saeed's channel. Salute to Saeed. Make sure you subscribe to Saeed TV if you haven't. I'm sure 99.9% of you have. There's over 200 of you lot in here right now. Let's get this up to 100 likes before we close out in the next 15 to 20 minutes or so. This is the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur show, so get your questions in. Just keep them Manchester United or Tottenham Hotspur related.
Oh, there was something I wanted to mention.
Yeah, of course. Go on, Just. Of course.
There's something I wanted to mention about the case, because I had people ask me questions about if Ange gets sacked, who do you want as a manager? I'll be real. You know me, bro. I watch a lot of football, bro. I know a lot of managers out there that probably people don't know about. But, bro, I'll be honest. This is probably the first time where I can probably sit here and say, not saying that we can't get better managers than Ange. I do think there are better managers out there who are probably better than him. That's probably not the question that's the issue here. It's more so that, bro, I struggle to have faith whoever comes in, to be honest. I can get one of my favorite managers out there in Nagelsmann, for example, to this football club. I just don't have faith, because I keep talking about how this is the point where I try to go to the club as well, is how this football club doesn't have the right structure to actually go out there and actually put everybody in the best place. I know this January window, for example, right now that's coming up. I know there's probably everyday discussion between the manager and the recruitment team. Hey, Ange, who do you want? Ange, who do you want? Who you want? Who you want? Bro, really and truly, there should be 1-2 meetings in December. We're talking about profiles that we want for January to get, and let the manager just coach. But I know for a fact over there at Tottenham, they're probably asking every day, yo, which player do we need to go and get? Which player do you want? Which player do you want? And I feel like I said, it's just a mess, bro. I'll be honest. This is what I kind of. So anybody who's asking me, yo, what type of manager or who I would love to have, I'll be honest. It's probably one of the times where I sit here and say, I just don't
Jesus
know.
Christ can ascend from the heavens. He can't fucking fix this club.
Are you looking at it from what De Niro's mentioned it, Jacobs mentioned it, Sava was here earlier, mentioned it here, other Spurs fans mentioned this in regards to the backroom stuff, like Enoch and Levy just being problems? Is that just also what it stems
pretty
from?
Much that, pretty much that, bro. You can't I'm not against the whole idea of how Man United fans, for example, were against the whole sucking hiring thing. I'm not against the whole idea of sucking and hiring, but then you also need to make sure that the people in certain positions are the right people that can actually go and do them. It's like with us, it's like if we've been doing which is funny, we've been doing the sucking and hiring. I think we had we had 23 managers, maybe until 24 managers, 2 trophies to show for in over 20 years. So the second managing has been happening here, but has resulted to nothing. Not because I don't, and it's not because of that what I don't like why I say, oh, we shouldn't do this no more. What I'm saying is that clearly there is an internal issue where I think not only is a mindset set out there for there, we all, I think all us 3 can agree we could finish 10th, but if you have a domestic trophy, I think we'll take it this season, right?
But we even put 15th spot, brother. Man's taking that, bro.
Yes,
man's taking that, bro. 15, I don't care. Man's taking that, bro.
Let's say, okay.
Everyone's just like, yo, get me a trophy and then we'll go from there.
We go for that. I can respect them because we've been starving like a motherfucker, bro.
I think it's a little bit different now. I think after Conte, shit changed really, really, truly, because Ange was not our first choice. He was not our second choice, nor our third choice. He was down the fucking list. And we ain't got that far down our list before. Nuno was close, but then Conte, we did convince him eventually. We just, I think, upped the price $3 million. Was it that he also didn't get a job either. So he's like, fuck it. All right, let me see if I can turn water into wine. And just like Just a Harmless Potato said, if the Spurs manager could walk on water, Spurs fans would complain that he can't swim. It's that simple. I saw that comment and I was like, I have to read it
That
because
is brilliant. Yo.
yeah,
but it's right, bro. But it's right.
Yo,
It's right, bro.
Spurs fans complain if the manager walked and water and say,
They've like fucking clueless Aussie. I thought Australians can swim. They're by the ocean.
Well, we are the same. We are the same fan base where I could tweet like somebody could ask him the question. Somebody in the in the presser could ask him a question. Do you like waffles or pancakes? He says pancakes. The whole fan base complains. So why don't you like waffles?
What a naive idiot. He doesn't know the pockets in a waffle can hold little syrup, little pockets of flavor, whereas a pancake just soaks it up like a sponge, like a wet rag.
So it's like so we have all types of problems everywhere, but this is like we mentioned, like again, we talking about and then it says like, bro, we can finish 15th, but if we win a domestic trophy, we go from there. We work out. How are we gonna work out in the summer? We will see, but we want a domestic trophy. We take it there, and I don't necessarily completely disagree either with it. But upstairs, we think that way. Upstairs, they think, yo, just get top 4, bro. Like if you can get top 4 for the next 5 seasons and nothing else.
This is where I think it might be different. And maybe this is me hoping that it might be different because there was a lot of rumblings after that. Y'all remember the PR forum, the fan forum, where they're like, we've handpicked a hand-selected few of guests along with paid actors to act in front of Ange Postecoglou, the women's coach, and Levy and Son and Beth England, I think she's
the captain over there.
And so it was like this big little meeting, right? And I have a beautiful clip from it where the guy's like, Ange Postecoglou, and everyone's like, woo, woo. It's fucking great. I love it. But my point is the rumblings that came out of that fucking circus act, that little Cirque du Soleil show we put on once every time we get a new manager. They said that Levy seems to be more accepting of league position losses or league position falterings because now that the stadium's done and we've got all this money coming in from all different revenue sources, we're multi-stream revenue, whatever the fuck jargon, Excel sheet, orgasmer, we're all those things now. So now, what? Did I lie? No one has said yes.
Let him
let that play. They got no wheels where it's all right. Jacob's got.
But they're saying because now that we've got all these different fucking.
We're living that reckless life right now. Fuck it, man. No wheels. Take him off,
bro. The wheels on this wagon fell off a long time ago. This bitch has been rolling.
We just trying to steer it, bro. Fuck it.
I'm just fuck it, bro. Let the wind blow in my hair. But my point is that like, you know, the brown envelopes associated with that fucking event were all alluding to the fact that Levy's more accepting of league faltering now in the hopes of building something that can actually sustain a top 4 finish without a major investment every fucking summer. And that's why Ange was signed to a 4-year deal. And that even though he's going to we dropped points versus Leicester before this fucking, you know, the little PR fest, they, you know, that's the what I heard from certain brown envelopes that gave me just that little bit of, you know, just a little, when you're fucking thirsty, bro, and you see like a little boink,
you
dripping off a cactus, you like, baby, give me that drop. Let me get that water. You know what I'm saying? You're thirsty. You need any amount of water.
Big up Bayesian Pups, man. Make sure you subscribe to Bayesian Reds TV. De Niro, will go to you in regards to, I was going to ask you this anyways, ask you.
Just Rangers like why I think we're going to win.
Before it's cool, before we get to the prediction. And how do you look at, because we ain't spoken in a minute, how do you look at the Europa League? I know you want to win the competition. Concerned you don't finish top 8, you expect to finish top 8, De Niro? Where do you stand currently?
I expect to finish top 8 now because of the start that we had. Obviously, the start was quite good. So, bro, since we've had that start, bro, you may as well finish top 8 now. You get me? So obviously with the Europa League, I'm not gonna, the reason why I haven't put my eyes on that is because I'm not gonna what's the word that you lot love to use? The Kool-Aid, bro. I'm not gonna sip no Kool-Aid for that, bro. Like, bro, this is Tottenham Hotspur, bro. You get me, bro? This is Tottenham Hotspur, so I'm not gonna sip no Kool-Aid for that. Man's just gonna watch that as time goes on. Man will cuddle to you to watch that. Because when we played Galatasaray, bro, I called it straight away. I said, bro, that front three, we're not winning that game, bro. There's no way we're
hell
winning
no.
that game. I
I was
knew,
surprised you
bro.
scored.
Bro, I saw Icardi, I saw Osimhen, and bro, I said, yeah, man.
You
Listen,
thought it was a
it's
wrap.
all
You
good.
said it's a wrap.
It's all good, bro. I said it's a wrap, man. So obviously, with the Europa League, I'm just gonna hope with that one that maybe the draws that we get towards the road to the final, hopefully we get some easy draws in that, but I doubt that will happen. But yeah, that's with the Europa League wise. But really, for me, my eyes are focused on the Carabao Cup, bro. That's my Champions League, bro. Man need to see the best lineup, bro. And every single, bro, man need to see super. You see what it is, the super saying like what Jez is saying. I need to see that, bro. I need to see
Yeah, bro.
peak
Yeah,
lineups, bro. Peak
yes.
lineups. When we play what's it in the FA Cup? Who did we get? Tamworth, is that correct?
Time, bro. I want the
Brother,
strongest
I
lineup out
want
there.
to see,
Bro.
I want to see Hong Min Son on that pitch. I want to see the best 11 that man has ever played in his life, bro. I don't want to see no
stand on
B
these
team,
hoes,
bro.
Stand on them. Like, fuck it. Flex on them, bro. Put
Bro,
everybody on there.
Bro, I want to see everyone, bro. I don't want to see no B team because there's no B team at Spurs. You get me, bro? Man needs to see
there's
A
not.
team only, bro. Nah, there's no B
Our
team,
A
bro.
team is
There's
like
no
his
B
A
team.
slash B team. So
Bro,
come on.
there's no B
Like, bro,
team.
we are
There's no B team, bro.
our A team is already our A team is mediocre, bro.
Bro, I'll tell you right now, we're like
bro.
we're like my stat is our entire squad is like me in middle school basketball. I made the B team, but sometimes when someone wasn't available for the A team, they let me sit on the bench.
Bro,
I didn't play for the A team, but I was a number on the bench for him.
Bro, look, put it like this, bro. Yeah, man, are looking to Timo Werner to come and save the day, bro. So, bro, it's dark, bro. It's dark times, bro. I see bare clubs complete. Look, Timo Werner. One thing I've always noticed about my man is everybody says, yeah, bro, he works hard. That's good, bro. That's all good in that, but brother don't know how to finish nothing, bro. Even me, bro. Put man on that pitch, bro. Man will bag them chances, bro. With no, bro, I promise you, I don't care what no one says, bro. I'm not even a pro footballer. Put me on that pitch, no boots on, bro. I'm finishing.
But De Niro, my main question for you is, how do you pronounce the word goosebumps? That's going to be critical to your status in my club. Did you call it boost gums? Because if so, fucking sign him up. Activate that contract. Silly German boy. Weird. The infatuation that they had with him for that. It's like
I say this about someone for PS4. I say it like they got Antonio Brown, bro. They got CTE because like Johnson's another one. Like I don't. Let's see. Partly I feel bad for him because I knew when we signed him and we had the conversations back then already. How he was never going to be the right fit for the football club, especially with this football we're trying to play. Because, bro, how is it every time when you get the ball, your first instant, instead of actually taking a touch, fuck it, let me cross it. Like, bro, every time, bro.
He's got no, listen, the people, you see, like Brennan Johnson and all these type of players, brother, yeah? Them man there, they have no attributes to their game, bro. It's literally just pace, run with the ball. If you get scared, bro, you pass it back, bro. You understand? You see Brennan Johnson trips over himself. Brother runs the ball off the pitch. Absolutely, bro. Man scoring 2-2 goals. Now man are calling him Brennan the Rock Johnson. Are you crazy, bro? That brother is an absolute scrub, bro. Man don't want to see them man there in this club in the next 2 years, bro. Them man need to be shipped to Burnley.
It's so bad.
But De Niro, Brennan Johnson said he studied Raheem Sterling. He's like, Raheem Sterling did a really good job at tapping it in. I just really needed an idea of how. He said for City when they won the league that year, with Sterling scored 20-some goals, with and 18 of them were all tap-ins, so I could do that.
Sometimes I do, bro. You know what I sometimes do here? Like sometimes I go on TikTok. I
played keeper for 20 years. I could fucking finish a tap-in, by the way.
Bro, like I see notification on Recruitment say like, yo, Brennan scored. My first question is, was it a tap-in? Like I don't ask if he scored a banger.
But
bro.
he did. My hope was that he went on that 7-game winning or not winning streak. He went on that 7-game scoring streak, and then he was like actually attempting volleys. I was like, okay, it looked like we got grown Johnson out here. And then he reverts back to type, put mommy on his lock screen. Oh, mommy! Really, what it was? You turned off Instagram. He started scoring goals and acting like a fucking grown ass man. And then he's like, oh, I bet they're gonna be nice to me if I activate my Instagram again. And then he fucking hasn't scored. Or yeah, excuse me, he did score.
IG deactivated Brennan Johnson, but we'll never forget you. But bro,
that's the Brennan Johnson I need. Is the fucking silent head down. Don't talk to me.
You know what they say about LeBron when he goes to the players? How he has a social. I know he doesn't have the socials, but this is what they say. But that's why I call him the Kappa. But players.
But he plays Mario Kart, Jez. He plays Mario Kart. They're all playing Mario Kart, Jez.
Can I even make a statement quickly? Yeah?
Of course.
I could literally put a bet right now of probably £3,000. Yeah, of take-ons that Brennan Johnson would commit if he would. Brennan Johnson 1v1, I guarantee you will not finish over, let's say, 21v1s in the rest of the season, bro. Man could put a bet of, and when I say 1v1s, I mean beating your man, not just run and cross. I mean beating your man 1v1 20 times, bro. I promise you, bro, man could put money on it for the rest of the season. You will just see crossing merchant, no take-ons, bro. He's just gonna cross and be in the right place. The only thing I'll give him is his positioning recently. That's it, bro.
He finds himself in good. I don't quickly say is that this thing, like he finds himself in good position sometimes to go like he scores tap-ins, but I don't mind if he scores tap-in if you score it every single time and that. But I feel like it's a big issue when you're this type of player, especially with all our wingers. Like, bro, sometimes I'll go back on YouTube or Reddit or TikTok. I'm watching back some of the Gareth Bale takes from time at Tottenham, bro. I'm like, yo, when was the last time we had a winger? Well, some to a degree, but when was the last winger that's like, fuck it, I take on my, like the last winger had some sort of composure about himself. Like our attackers, like, it's only one way of how we want. It's only one way we're trying to do it, bro. Either it's kick the ball forward and chase it, or it's like run. Not even kick the ball forward. Just chase the ball because somebody has to pass it. It's like it's crazy. Like we have to walk our attackers into the goal pretty much.
I want to also add this.
Bring me back Aaron Lennon, man. Bring me back Aaron Lennon. Bring me back.
I do. In fairness to the conversation, I want to apply a little bit of something here, and this might segue into one of the final points here for you, Flawless. Because for me, this is where the book, whether it's finished or not, I close the fucking book and I throw it out the goddamn window. Because for me, I like to go back to a training video where there was a game, and I think it was maybe Newcastle away, where Brennan Johnson comes on the pitch and like, do something with all that fucking energy you're supposed to have, you little shit. And guess what? He's no one around him, and he just doesn't even turn his fucking head. I'm watching the back of that motherfucker. He may as well fucking no-looked it. He just swings it in the box, and everyone, myself included at the time, what game was it? Was it a different game? Whatever the game was is irrelevant. The point of the matter is he did it, and I was fucking fuming, and I was like, see, he's such a piece of shit. Fuck him. Send him to Wales, blah, blah, blah. You know, all whatever I said, I don't remember. But then there was a video that came out, and the video that came out was at training. And there's a certain coach, and I'll leave your fucking imagination to connect the dots. Who this coach, I won't name who it may be, who said, don't even look up. Don't even look up. Just for when you're in there, just know your man's going to get there. Just don't even look. Just swing it in the box. And it's exactly what Brennan Johnson's doing. So we are failing him. Whether he's a shit player or an average player, we are not helping him get anywhere progressively by coaching. I'm not a winger, so anyone who's played wing, please correct me here if I'm wrong, because I played fucking goalkeeper for 20 years, so I wasn't privy to all the attacking drills. I don't know once, though, that any coach I've ever overheard a conversation, because, you know, as a goalkeeper, I was lacking as much as possible. I'm just chilling. I'm listening, baby. And I never heard them say, "Hey, don't look, just swing the
Do you know
fucking
what it
ball."
is? Do you know what it is, Jacob?
Look, just take
Do you know what it
a
is,
fucking
Jacob?
second.
You go,
It's
and then I'm gonna respond to
that
anyway.
there. I can respond to that. So obviously, man's played academy football, and then obviously I play non-league
let's go.
football. Yeah. So semi-pro. So you see in academy, bro, they don't tell you to do that. But you see non-league teams, anybody who likes a rough, like raw football, as in raw, just route one, all of that type of football, you'll find that non-league teams do that. So when I was playing step 4, which is just 2 divisions below National League South, the managers used to tell you just whip the ball in, don't look. And I used to think to myself, brother, like, man never learned this, bro. When man was playing in academy and that, bro. Do you get me?
Just
So
look up, just a glance.
that's literally what they tell you, bro. So the person who, let's say, we've linked the dots to, that's his mentality, bro. And that person, that's what
he's the mole. He's the motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, he is. He is.
To add to De Niro's point to Jazz, like sometimes that is the simpler version of getting a mixer, which just hit an aerial.
Yep.
Which can be right.
How do you say in Welsh? How do you say in Welsh? Like, what's that, bro? Like, just want to tell them.
Like sometimes a manager might just say that, hey, get the ball out, because they're saying, hey, there might be 2 strikers in there, or there might be 2 strikers in midfield.
An Uber driver's only as good as the GPS directing him to the fucking place he's trying to go, right? Like the GPS has said, hey, turn left when you're supposed to fucking don't look when you turn left, is what the Uber thing said. Like,
I've not played ball anywhere near the level you have, but I've played football long enough to know. You know what I'm saying?
No, me either. That's why I leave it open to be correct. I'm very
in the channels, man.
I'm very open to being wrong about this, because, like I said, I don't know the attacking.
Because you know what it is, when I'm on the pitch, like I've never coached, but if I'm on the pitch and I've played in the football with players who can't do much, you have to simplify it.
Yep,
I know you can't, as a winger, you can't get your head up and pick somebody out. So you know what? Hey, get the ball out your feet and hit an area. Run the channel.
Like the entire team was standing there about to do the drill that this fucking guy's initials are the same as Real Madrid. But I'll tell you what, he is a motherfucker, dog.
I do want to.
One second. Big up to Hassam for the raid. Big up everyone that's locked in for the raid. Join from the raid. Run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, because we're gonna close out in the next 5 to 10 minutes. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, in it. All you lot and all the leopards in the tree merchants. But yeah, go on as you were.
I do want to say, like, bro, it's like, do you know how crazy? And we talking about like getting into the mix-up, bro, but we playing possession style football, bro. Do you know how dumb that sounds, bro? Do you know how dumb that sounds? We playing, we want to play with the ball, and we tell them, man, bro, be fucking direct and put it into the mixer, bro. Like 4-4-2, bro. Like, bro, like get your ass to fucking Sean Dyche, bro. This is the fuck he wants to do. Like, and this is my issue. This is my issue. And sometimes, yeah, we have these drills, and this is why I do say, what the fuck do we coach there? And this is some criticism that I have with the coaching and aspects of things at Tottenham. But bro, sometimes I ask myself, bro, like, there's times I watched the Fulham game. That was an instance in the first 50 minutes of the game. Sal makes a beautiful pass out wide to Johnson, and I think he had a defender on him. Nobody was in the fucking box. Guess what? Johnson, that's his first reaction. Put it into the fucking mixer, bro.
You fucking dickhead, bro. Just look. There's not even. You don't even feel a dude near you.
And for me, it's like, bro. This is where I get it. You're getting coached.
Jez, you build it up. You know how to set me off. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're getting coached to do that, maybe. But bro, have a little bit of IQ. I'm sorry if there's nobody. I'm sorry, there was no just full white. There was no full white and blue kit in the box. Why are you crossing this, bro? I get it. You're getting coached to do that.
That's where the issue lies, like you said.
IQ, man. So and this is my issue with our attackers. They got CTE.
Big up, little man. Love that.
Big up
to the little one.
Hey, she knows what it is too. She knows when she come into this room.
Hey, shout out to it, man.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
Academy, man. Love that.
But this is why I say sometimes so obviously. That's why I sometimes ask, how are we on 27 goals in the league? Because bro, our players play like they got CTE. They're either
CT.
Bro, you have Werner take on.
To be fair, Brennan Johnson did get a gash in his face. One of the first 3 games he played for us was the first time, so he did take trauma to the head.
Crazy because like we have Werner, who that's always the weakest. Let me catch him just a little bit and then take the old time and cross the ball into the box just for the defender to clear it. We have Johnson. The moment the ball arrives to him all wide, like he taps it in all the time, first time cross, regardless if somebody's in the box or not. Like that's why for example I was fine with the Sri Lankan signing because I know when the team actually can get proper wingers into the team, how it all can be a lot better because he can make life with imagine if Richarlison was not up front instead of Sri Lanka, and then you have a Werner on the left or Johnson off the right. We're not trying to score goals. We're trying to fight the centre backs. We're not coming here to score goals, bro. The opposition is your time to maybe score goals. We trying to fight the centre backs. We ain't trying to fight.
Werner.
We're not trying to fight no goals.
At some point, wait, question. Jez, you'll probably know this. Question. I swear down at one point last season, we even had to run that one time.
You had to run that because of injuries. Yeah, bro.
I remember we had to run that.
Yeah, like I think it was against Man United.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, speaking of that, I just watched us run Mount Hoyland Garnacho at the Emirates, so I hear you. Trust me.
We said we went band for band, bro. Like whoever
man had Bentancur doing the job.
But we had it's crazy. I mean, well, I got an assist, but when you're talking, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, this is where I think I have my criticism with the manager, and partly is where my criticism is also with recruitment of certain players that he has gotten in. Wherever we have our opinions of how much of a saying he has for all of them, for some more, for some less, I do think I have to look sometimes at him as well and say, like, because you are on the helm. Like for me, if you're on the helm, if you're like supposed to be the leader of that whole
you blame
thing,
Jose when he got Vinnie? No, I'm not talking about Vinnie Jr. I'm talking about Vinicius.
That's a red card, man. That was poor.
He said, I need that Fernandez guy from Portugal. They said, got you. They got him Gedson Fernandez.
I think so.
I don't blame Jose for that.
This is what I want to go into. This is where I wanted to go into in terms of how I blame Ange in aspects of things, but I don't blame him completely for that. That's why I also look at the football club and say, why is it that we bring in these names to these managers just for them to pick them? Like
we've done that for every manager. Why is Ange any different?
No, I know. This is what I was trying to get into. This is what I was trying to go into. How it's been this is one of the few things that's actually been consistent. How the recruitment is so bad when we down the line. Sorry, quickly all offside. Shout out to Vinicius though, because you know what, Vinicius. I respect Vinicius when he was dunking on against the non-league team doing the Mbappe celebration. I respect that, bro.
No, so that celebration, the celebration I think is for his dead family member or something. He explained it because they made fun of him for it.
But you know what? Even if he didn't explain that, I fucking respect that, bro. Stand on these hoes, bro. I don't give a damn. I don't care, see me, bro. This is what I'm about. Like you had kids watching from the fucking.
I liked it in the moment. It was like when people started making fun of it, I was like, I guess that is a little silly. But then I was like, oh, I guess he did it for a dead relative. But in the moment, I was like, yeah, fuck all of them.
I'll be honest.
It was the visual funny because it was literally in someone's back garden. That's what.
For me,
Gareth Bale's playing in their backyard too. That's crazy.
We could have played. Bro, we could have played in your backyard. I don't give a damn. Vinicius, do it again. No, I'm saying, bro, like,
I would have went further, but that's me. I'm shameless like that. So I would have done.
I would have done the suey.
You got to wish that Carlos Vinicius show life, bro, for free. They should be grateful. They should be grateful that they saw that. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, and even the previous managers there. Yeah.
Well, just lastly, Jose also said, I want that guy, Kim Min-jae, he plays in Turkey. He's pretty good. And they're did you say Joe Rodon? I didn't understand Portuguese.
No, don't really twist it. Like I said, this is, like I said, it's like, it's just the way I am. Because like I said, I'm somebody, when things don't go right, I hold everybody accountable in certain aspects. But when it comes specific to the recruitment, where I say down the line, it's like the way the policy and how the recruitment happens is so bad. Like when is it gonna be the time where we as a club start trying to actually not only put the right people, like ironically the one time where we're actually able to build one of the better teams that we have built under Pochettino, for example, I don't think Poch had that much of a saying for.
Fuck Steve Hitchen for life is all my homies say. Fuck Steve Hitchen.
But even then, Hitchen then wasn't the DOF. It was another guy. I forgot his name again. And the guy who came with Pochettino. And I know Pochettino wanted some of the Southampton guys, but outside of that, it was just the club getting certain players in there was needed to go and knowing that these players we're gonna go and build a team up. But now this time around, it's like we're asking, and don't be just I'm not against the idea of if a manager wants a certain player, you should go and get it. But it shouldn't be like every single player that the manager wants we should go and get. The club needs to start being a bit more proactive themselves. Like I use Klopp all the time as an example. That guy wanted Julian Brandt and Timo Werner at Liverpool, and they said no, fuck no to these two. We give you Salah and Mane. Where's this type of proactive thinking at Tottenham, where like people trying to say let us actually have a brain for ourselves for a second here.
No, you get Lucas Moura and Gareth Bale on loan while he tries to get fit for the Euros.
And just I'm trying to say that. So the recruitment is just so bad, and
bro, even in the women's team, the Alex Morgan that year, we got Alex Morgan and Gareth Bale. And you know how excited I was for Alex Morgan to go to fucking Tottenham Hotspur, but it was literally for her to recover from having a baby.
Yeah, literally.
Gareth Bale was hurt. He wasn't playing for Real Madrid. He was hurt and not playing for him, and he needed to get back into match fitness. Hey, we'll sign you on loan, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, I did like that one a lot, though.
No, I liked it, but it helped.
Oh, Gareth Bale coming back, man. I was tracking his flight like a fucking weirdo and everything.
By the way, fuck Lamella. Bro. That GB9 was not it, bro. GB9 was not it.
Yes, let me get your before we close out. You lot run the girls to 100 likes because there's over 250 of you lot in there. Let girls up to 100 likes. We're closing out in the next 2 minutes. Gonna get predictions for the next couple of games from the Spurs man them as well. Jez will go to you. Chelsea coming to your place. So Tottenham Chelsea scoreline prediction.
Bro, I said already, but I don't give a damn, bro. Like, do I believe we win? No, but fuck it, bro. 3-1 Tottenham, bro. I don't give a damn, bro. The way they ended our title race last season, people thought we were Tottenham. Fuck it, we do it now. Fuck it, 3-1. Do I believe it though? No, but fuck it.
What are you saying, Tottenham Chelsea?
He's a better man than me, blood. 4-1 Chelsea, man. He's a better man than me, man.
I hear you. I hear that, man. Jacob, what are you saying, Tottenham Chelsea?
Now, there's a point that I've brought up several times, Flawless, that you've tried to scamper on past and just bypass or just don't look over there because he said that thing. I'm going to say it loud and clear in case Flawless didn't hear me the first 4 or 5 times I said it. I've said it on several channels. When you look at our hopes and prospects going into this match, they're low, slim to none. But so is my chances on finding someone to deal with me for 7 years. But I did it. So it's not impossible. I did it. I'm not counting 8 years until we get there, but we're 7 in, and I didn't even think 7 years. Shit, 7 years. I didn't even like 7 years with me. So it's like, what the fuck? But with Tottenham, when you think we're not going to do something, we do it. When we're supposed to do something, we don't do it. So with our Tottenham and me, we're always meant for each other. It was always born because it's like, oh yeah, Jacob, he could get that job done. Oh, Jacob slept through that. Oh, he didn't wake up. He actually not answering the phone now. Okay, very lovely. So it's just one of those instances. It matters who shows up. But where I'm hinging all my hopes on, and my scoreline is going to correlate closer to Jez than Mr. De Niro here. Which shout out your father Robert. He's a fantastic actor. Shit politician, activist, but fantastic actor.
Proper dad joke. Go on, as you were. Go on.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I've been thinking about it all show, and I was like, don't do it, Jacob. Don't. And I had to. We're almost over. My main thing why I think we're going to get wins is in this current season, if you're bald, Ange is going to beat you. That's just the fact. We're going to not concede a goal. We're going to score a whole bunch. All right? So we're cooking. We're going to be all right. And I'll tell you this also. He's bald and he used to coach for like Pep's group and shit. Bro, this is Ange's bread and butter. But, however, if we do what we usually do, and which is, allow a lot of space to a number 10, like a Morgan Rogers, Amari Hutchison. If you even whisper the name Cole Palmer in that area, we might be fucked. However, if we change a little bit, even though I'm very much remember the Alamo till you're dead, shout out Davy Crockett, but you know, they did die. And I don't want Ange to die. So if he just tweaks a little bit, you know, says Basuma and Sarr, don't fucking sit there. And you fullbacks just fucking sit. Don't let all this space for Palmer to operate, because even a guy I was calling Mr. Rogers Sweater before Aston Villa, he was absolutely cooking us in a loss. So everyone in a 10 position can, if they get freedom with that ball in the mid area of our half, they're gonna have what y'all call the half spaces and shit. I'm always on near post, far post. How deep or far am I supposed to be for the ball action? But so I see the game just like differently, and maybe that makes me a shit.
No, we know you see the game differently. Yes,
I see life a little bit differently too. Maybe it's that aforementioned CTE we were talking about. I don't know.
Jacob's gonna get a scoreline prediction, please.
Oh yeah. That was a question. Scoreline prediction. He's bald, so that's one goal. He's in the city of London, so that's the goal for them. That's 1-1. And then 2 goals, because fuck it. Like Jez said, I'm smoking on vibes tonight. I don't even have a pack. You scrounging around the roach tray. What do we got?
Are you saying 2-1 Spurs? Or 3-1
4-1 Spurs.
4-1 Spurs. Love that. And we play Rangers on Thursday. Travel to Scotland.
4-1 Rangers.
4-1 Rangers.
No, wait, he's bald. 2-0. 2-0. He's bald. I forgot the Rangers manager's bald. My theory is going to uphold. 2-0 Spurs versus Rangers. Yeah.
2-0 Spurs. Okay. Dinero, what are you saying? Travel to Rangers in the Europa League.
1-0 Spurs.
1-0 Spurs. Let's go, Jez. What are you saying? Rangers game.
He's bald, Jez. He's bald, if you didn't hear me.
Hey, Jez is there. But you get us up to 100 likes, because we're still 7 short, people. We're still 7 short. Make sure you hit the like button on the channel.
We also don't even have a healthy center back going into Sunday. Oh, we have Dragusin. That's one, but you need to.
Make sure you subscribe to this crazy individual called Jacob, United Spurs of America. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe to his channel. One of the mods be kind enough, our regulars, to put his link in the chat. Please go subscribe. Go run up the subscribers over there.
I'm going to say don't, because as soon as if we lose to Chelsea and we sack Ange and that fucking prick, that dude who survived Aaliyah's plane crash, the dude who survived the Titanic, the dude who survived every fucking monstrosity known to mankind, he has survived, but yet still gets put in positions to be allowing these monstrosities. That's Ryan Mason. If he becomes my fucking manager, don't subscribe to my channel. I swear to God, you better unsubscribe.
I just want to obviously Rangers. I think 2-1. What you said there? That Jacob. If I'm just gone, he's definitely gonna take over for the rest of the season. That's a pre-claim. But there's one thing I want to say. There's one thing I want to say though.
No, we fucking won't.
There's one thing I want to say though. Before we cut out, I wanna say. Obviously, I won't be there. Like, I would be having a good time on Football Manager. But what I want to say is, bro, the Chelsea game coming up, bro. Don't let Chelsea come to your house, take your meal, take your wife, keys, your kids. Don't let them come to your house and take everything from you, bro. I want to see these players. I want to see this manager's gangster, bro. I want to see the game. What you got for me? Bro? We talking about Romero. Obviously, I don't know if Romero's going to play that game, but if he's going to play that game, Romero, give me one of your Boso tuckers, bro. Give me some of that. Obviously, don't get a red card, but do one, bro. Let them know you're there. Like, bro, don't go out. Like, if you're going to lose to Chelsea, you're losing to Chelsea, but don't go out like house. We went out like house last time when we played them there. At the home time. So don't do the same shit. Like, I'm not confident with the game. No, could it be a smacking? Yes, but. Don't go all like house. That's all I'm trying to say. And this goes for everybody there.
Yeah. So on that, okay, first. So yeah, big up to everyone that's locked in. I would say if this is your first time watching this channel or watching the show, you're like, this is kind of crazy. It's always like this. Yes, to both the whole channel and this show. So make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back. Hit the like button. Don't forget as well, you see this show. All the other shows on the channel, apart from watch-alongs and the fan calling show, are available on all audio platforms as well. So everyone doing Spotify wrapped ups, hey, go to your Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, hit the follow button, hit the notification bell, but you get the audio versions of all the shows on there, including this one. Big up to all the audio listeners as well. Same with iTunes. If you have an iPhone, or wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV and the show will pop up. And if there's an audio platform we're not on, let me know, and I'll make sure I get uploaded there just for you. So let me know, people. But make sure you hit the subscribe button. Road to 14K here. We are going to be heading over to the playback as well. The game's already started. The Atlanta Hawks versus LA Lakers. The Hawks versus the Lakers is going on right now. It's in the second quarter. So come over and watch. If you want the VIP pass, you can watch the game along with us, people. Get over to the playback. Playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV. Or download the Playback app for your app store. Because not only is the NBA watch-alongs over there, all the Premier League watch-alongs are over there. Europa League, Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup, boxing, UFC, F1, the whole nine. Do so much content over on the Sarcasm City TV Playback, people. But big up. Love to all of you lot as well.
Can I throw in
yeah, of course. Yeah,
one more thing. I was on you will know him, Mr. Carefree himself. I was on his channel this morning, and
man, that's my done right.
They were asked, he had thrown out the question. He was like, how are you feeling going into the game? And then he started listing like reasons why Chelsea should win, reasons why Tottenham should lose. And I'm like, yes, I agree with all of those reasons. And the last time I felt this way, when I was prepared or presented a laundry list of reasons why it can't and it shouldn't, we fucking win. And it's like, I don't like that it's like you either win or you die. And it's like, we're teetering that line. Oh, we almost died, but we just won. I hate that we do that, but it seemed like that is another aspect of hope that I do think like comes into it. But on a realness level, on regards to Sunday, we are struggling to even put together a fucking bench, let alone a starting 11 with the amount of injuries we've had. But with all that, the most gentle press from anybody can break us, as you saw versus Bournemouth, as you've seen versus Ipswich, as you've seen versus Palace. And Chelsea's number one thing that I credit them for, outside of Maresca being a dog in the press conferences, is their pressing. They're one of the best pressers in the league right now, and that shows with their fucking position. They have a fantastic press, and just a gentle press, and we're fucked. So I'm scared. I'm fucking scared, and it's not good, but fuck it. Spurs till we die, and God damn it, we might die on Sunday. But remember the fucking Alamo, and that sucks. Chelsea.
That's fair.
I'm going on like 50, man. Fuck it, man. It's a happy man.
So big up to everyone.
Davy Crockett knew 2,000 Spaniards heading towards San Antonio, Texas, and they were trying to take the Alamo. And there was 150 of them with dusty, rusty muskets. And guess what? They didn't give a fuck. They died. They fought and they died. And then the rest of the nation said, "Let's do something about that." So maybe we will die on Chelsea against Chelsea, and something will be done. That's all we can hope for.
We'll see and find out. Well, big up.
And he's bald. Another thing to hope for. So,
as you added. But yeah, get over to the playback. We're going live for the Hawks Lakers, people. I know it's started.
Lakers are losing shot. If you hate the Lakers, they're losing right now.
Heading over to the playback as well. And we're going to redirect to Bayesian Reds TV. We're going to redirect to Bayesian Reds TV. So type Sarcasm City Raid in the chat, people. Type Sarcasm City TV in the raid as soon as you head over to Bayesian Reds. Secondly, hit the like button. And then thirdly, subscribe. So Sarcasm City TV in the raid. Sarcasm City TV raid in the chat when you head over there. Then hit the like button on the video. Then subscribe to the channel. Liverpool fans over there. So they're doing they have a Liverpool preview, even though people are saying in the chat it may get cancelled. But they're my dons. So shout out to Bayesian Reds TV every single time. Again, subscribe to United Spurs America TV. Big up to De Niro. It's been a minute making his permanent debut on here. He's been on the channel before. Wanted to get him on here for a long time. You can also catch him on Chic TV, on Mud Brothers on a weekly basis as well. You'll catch him here with us every Friday. 11 p.m. UK time, De Niro, Jez, and of course this crazy individual called Jacob, people.
How fortunate are you, De Niro, every Friday? I'm just playing. That sounded really conceited. I didn't mean it like that.
It's cool, man. All right, look to everyone that's locked in again. Sarcasm City Raid in Bayesian Reds TV chat. And this has been the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur podcast. Manchester United podcast meets the Talking at Tottenham Talk podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV.
Ange until it's backwards.
Thank you, bro.
Ange until it backwards.